Hi, Tara Patten here at the Los Angeles Book Expo of America with Michael Mehas, who wrote Stolen Boy. Fascinating book, and it's also based on the blockbuster movie Alpha Dog with Justin Timberlake, Bruce Willis, Sharon Stone, to name a few. Thank you for talking with us today, Michael.
I appreciate you having me here. What a great event to be here. Thanks for coming all the way out from Maryland.
Oh, no problem, you know. Anything for the authors and the show, Ideas in Writing.
Where would I be without you?
All right, well, let's get down to your book. Tell us about your kind of inspiration and your research process that went into the book and how it all sort of developed and started for you.
My childhood best friend, a writer-director named Nick Cassavetes, approached me. He wanted to make a movie based on the youngest man ever on the FBI's most wanted list.
Right.
I lived near this crime. The guy's name is Jesse James Hollywood. He was out of the San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
I lived in Ventura. The murder of this 15-year-old kid named Nicholas Markowitz took place in Santa Barbara, near where I live.
Right.
I'm a lawyer, I'm a writer, so I was the natural person for Nick to bring in to research the case.
Wow.
I ended up researching the case. Through the process, I ended up getting all the prosecutor's confidential records of prosecuting 4 co-defendants. Of course, this is why he's prosecuting this small little pop singer out in Santa Barbara named Michael Jackson, who I used to go to school with. So I'm picking his
Still
brain.
everybody.
I'm picking his brain about Donny Osmond too, and Radames Perra, who played the kid Grasshopper in Kung Fu way back then. He was a big TV star. Anyway, That was my claim to fame. Nothing now, but this book. So so I got all the confidential records. Then Jesse James Hollywood in 2005, he was captured. Both sides subpoenaed me to get all my material. Eventually, I had to testify twice. I was subpoenaed 3 times by both sides. I was ordered to turn over all the notes and tapes from my interviews.
Wow.
The prosecutor, I'm facing a subpoena from the prosecutor right now. The new prosecutor, the old prosecutor, was thrown off the case because of my testimony. It was appealed to the California Supreme Court. They just issued their ruling. They're going to kick it back down, so the trial will start maybe by the end of the month if Hollywood's defense attorney doesn't appeal to the United States Supreme Court. This is based on prosecutors dealing with the mass media and trying cases through the mass media instead of court of law. Jesse James Hollywood was demonized while he was gone. He was tried and convicted. Everybody wants to see the young man dead, and they don't know the story.
Really?
I had to take it upon myself to write the true story, to reinvent what really happened. The prosecutors called this a revenge killing based on a drug debt, and that's not what it is.
What is it?
It's a case on fear. It's something that shows you what fear will do. Jesse James Hollywood was afraid for himself, his own family. These other guys were afraid of their families, what might happen. It's a matter of self-preservation is what this case was about. And that's what my book is about. It's a cautionary tale of what can happen when parents don't communicate with their kids, when parents don't take the time to set a proper example. When you're doing drugs, you're drinking alcohol, you're getting angry, these are the parents. You're going to raise kids who do the same thing, who's going to end up with these kind of results.
And you definitely have to keep an eye on who your kids hang out with, too.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Kids adopt behavior from those they hang out with. If they have parents that are loving with their loving reactions, that have patience, you're going to develop kids that grow with patience, that have loving reactions. If you have knee-jerk, angry reactions from parents, and this is what the kid faces, this is how they're going to develop. If you have parents who aren't setting those examples for you, and you have the peers down the street, the 17-year-old crackhead who sits there and just wants to kill everybody around, these are the kind of behavior and attitudes your kids are going to develop. So take the time right now to help develop your child's consciousness. It'll avoid these kind of problems.
Wow. Well, thank you. How can people find out more about your book and purchase it, of course?
Stolen Boy, which just won a gold medal from independent publisher, an IPPY gold medal.
Yes.
My story can be found on www.michaelmehas.com. I also have a wonderful blog site where we deal with the Jesse James Hollywood case, death penalty issues, trying juveniles as youth-oriented or troubled youth-oriented issues, and that's at www.stolenboy.com.
Stolenboy.com and Michael Mehas, that's MEHAS.com. Thank you so much for meeting with us today. It has been a pleasure and an honor to talk to you about this book. Can't wait to read it.
I can't wait to do either.
Thank you so much, and we will let you get back to your book signing and
Thank you
spreading
very
the
much
word.
for the time, and have a great trip back to Maryland.
Thank you.